that sun so we don't get the glare. Okay, we are working on our one-hit wonder. We have, I think, I gotta double check the rules on my other monitor, checking that. Submission deadline countdown. 13 hours. So we have 13 hours left to finish this. It's due tonight at midnight. So I will make a short video here or show you guys where we're at. I'll play an editor window. Okay, so we've got a menu. We got we can go to our goal screen. I need to get in the window. That's not working all of a sudden. Okay, that was weird. It's not going to the goal screen. Oh, I think I have to link some stuff up. Anyway, there's a goal screen that just shows you how to play and stuff. Then there's a rogue balloon that we're going to kick. Okay, so when you get close to here, it'll turn on your shotgun. We got some spike traps that'll blow these up as they wander. And you have a time limit up top there. And you're just shooting balloons and popping them with your shotgun. And when you do, you're going to complete the level. You only get one shot each level, and you have a goal number of balloons to shoot with your single shot. So I probably would have shot like right, the red mask there is where you're going to hit, where it should be. So if I hit there, eventually they're all going to pop. So I'm working on the UI. I'm going to tweet that I'm streaming, first of all. Back to streaming. UE4 Jam, UE4 or Game Jam, and we're gonna go indie. Paste my stream. So follow me on Twitter if you want. You'll see I usually tweet around the time I start. Finalizing the UI. Okay, so let's go do this. So there was, oh wait, I'll turn up my music. Maybe somebody linked it. Nope. Okay. Okay, so we just moved everything from our game mode. I have to quickly tell my friends, my partners, that I am working on game mode so they don't touch it. No touch. Okay, so we've got our title screen, our goal screen, so I've got to link those back up. Got to open up our blueprints for our game mode, GM paths. Okay, so at the beginning we had disable input, for the player, except for then we're going to create all of our widgets. So title screen, goal screen, and HUD. We add them to the viewport. We set the title screen to the active widget, and we set the other two to hidden. Then we're going to find a tag trigger volume, the HUD trigger. So this is the trigger box. When I walk into it, the HUD will show up. And then we bind the overlaps to these events. I'm as much walking you guys through it as I am walking myself through it, because Zachary did all this stuff. I did most of it already, so. Okay, so on begin overlap, when you enter this trigger box, we're going to say, am I a character? Yeah, because we don't want bullets triggering this. Am I the first person character? Yes. Then I will set the HUD widget to visible. When I exit that area, I'm going to set it to hidden. Okay, then we have the active screen here. So this is just a custom function or a custom event that will take in a new widget to activate, and it'll make the active widget hidden, and then it will set the visibility on the new widget to visible and set it to be our active widget. Okay, then this is our cursor control on the title screen. Move this over here. Undo. And then we're gonna do our transition, which I think is the part that's broken. And then we gotta take this and put it somewhere where it's obvious that it's in all three. Okay, so we have a cursor control on the title screen. So if I use the input axis forward, it'll move up and down. If I'm I get the player character, cast it to the first person character, and if that player is enabled, or is not enabled, then I cast it to the title screen and do arrow up on the title screen. If it was not enabled and it was lower axis, then it'll cast it to the title screen and do arrow down. So it's just, if the arrow's up, it calls on arrow up. If the arrow's down, it'll call on arrow down. That was still working. This one was the part that was broken somewhere. So we gotta fix this. So one second. Okay, funny. Okay, so what we're doing is when we hit the input action select, I'm just going to double check what that is. I'm going to make this actually full window. Maybe nicer. But we're going to go into our project settings and go into input. And we're going to see what the select button is set to be, just so I know. So it's enter or gamepad face button bottom. Okay, so if I hit enter, it should select the things. So when I hit enter, I'm going to do the same thing as I did up here. I'm going to get the player character. If my player enabled is false, then I will cast to a title screen. I'm going to get the active cursor. If it's on start, I get it from the title screen. Is my active cursor on start? not on start, sorry, then I will... Okay, I think I found the bug. This is not connected to anything. You missed some copy pasting. Or something. Okay, so... this event here that I was talking about, this one, I have to call that. So I'm going to enable viewport for widget. So if the cursor is not on start, then that means it's on the goal screen. So when I want to do that, I'm going to enable the viewport for my goal screen. If it's false, so then the cursor is on start, then we're going to actually start the game. Start letting them play. So we set the visibility for title screen to hide, so we turn off that HUD, or the title screen. Then we get the player character and we enable first person player. So we're turning the controls back on, which is right here. So we set the player enabled to be true, and we set the visibility, etc. So I'm actually going to have, oh, we already have one, excellent. So we have a disable first person and enable first person. So I want to do this as well when the player is between levels, so I don't want them to get another shot. So right after they've shot anything, they're going to get disabled. Okay, then I'm also going to do this down here. So if it was the goal screen, if I'm not the title screen but I'm the goal screen, then I'm going to transition back to the title screen. So if I'm on the goal screen and you hit enter, you're going to go back. So I missed that. So this was just an event to call my things. So when balloons die, so right now it's not on when balloons die, it's triggering when you hit fire. We're going to get the HUD and call on shot and on level completed immediately, because we're just assuming they've won. So this is the main thing I have to change in here. So I'm just going to double check that everything's working. So now I can go down. So one shot wonder, shoot as many of the 99 left balloon as possible with your single shot, and shoot your goal amount to get to the next level. WASD or arrows will move, mouse aims, and your mouse button fires. So go back and we can start. Okay, so now when I get in here, my timer's going, that's good. So when I shoot in here, it should call those two functions, which it is currently not. So we go back to here. We go back to the GM. So this is not working. So when I press fire, I'm going to go back into here, editor preferences. Oh no, it wasn't editor preferences, it was project settings. Going back to the input here. So when I hit fire, which is left mouse button or gamepad right trigger. Okay. I'm going to add a right mouse button because I am left-handed, so it might be screwing up. Right mouse button. Okay, so that might help. I'm going to compile to see if they did anything in code. Maybe that didn't help. Okay, so it looks like we aren't never transitioning to the HUD. So, or when we do this, we are not setting the active widget to HUD. Okay, so I think this event had to be called again. So enable viewport for widget had to be set for the HUD widget at the end of both of these. It's still the active widget even if it's hidden. So I need to get the HUD widget instance, which is right here. So just in case we do anything, that this should now work. So it should now be the active instance. If I go back here, so it was taking the active HUD, or the active widget, and seeing if it was the HUD, and if it was, it's calling this. So play. So now the active widget should be HUD, and now it works. Okay, so when we shoot, at the moment it's just going to say, it's going to have a shot message that comes up, and then if you've completed the level, it'll do that completed level animation. Okay, so I wanted to clean this animation up. I want, see the goal didn't fade, just that did. I want the goal to fade away at the same time that the other one is moving to the middle. So we're going to go into our HUD. So that is our level complete success animation. So if I play that, you can see how that works. Okay. So now what we want to do here is, when way back here, when this starts to move, so right at 0.3, I'm going to add references to this dude and fade him out. So if I click on him, make sure that's my active animation and my active, whatever you call these, panels, widgets. So I just want to fade him away, so I'm going to add my color capacity and my shadow color as keyframes. Then I'm going to collapse these so I can find them. So this is goal text this level, which is this one down here. Okay, so now we're just going to scrub until this has faded away. This one here. So we're going to go to 0.9. And I didn't have to drag these. It would do it automatically if I just hit these keyframes here. So I make a keyframe. And we're going to set our opacity to be 0 at the end of that keyframe. Okay, so now this is fading out at the same rate as this one, but this one's moving. So if I scrub back to 0 and press play, see how it fades away at the same time? Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. So that's done. Okay. And I did that because on next level starts animation, it's already faded out. And I'm going to play that from the beginning. So it's already faded out, and now I get a new level. And it kind of looks funny because I did something in the background that I shouldn't have, but we're on a time budget. But you can see without that, it's just saying next goal and sliding that goal up for the next level. So I've got next level start. I've got an on next level method over here. I don't know why this is not on the screen for me. I'm going to do this, because that tends to help. Come on. Nope. Gonna close you. And go to about. Okay. There we go. Now you guys are maximized. Okay, so now I'm going to go through this graph and see what I want to do. So here's my clock ticking down. I want to tell my game mode that I'm out of time. So my game mode, so I didn't have a method in my game mode, so I want to set that up now in my game mode. So we're going to have a method here. Yeah, we can make it a function, I think. When we're out of time, we want to play the game over, which I have yet to make as a animation. So we will, let's do that first. We'll make that game over animation so we can just test it. Okay, so we'll go back to the designer. We're going to need another text, and it's going to be right in the center, so I'm going to copy this one. And this is called game over text. Okay, and it's going to be anchored to the center, and because its width is 1200, I want it to be centered in the very center, so I take half of that, and that's centered, and then half of its height is as negatives, and it'll be in the center. So you notice how it starts at 0 alpha. It's because I don't want it to show at the beginning. So now I'm going to create a new animation called on game over, or game over. Okay, highlight game over text, and game over, and then we're going to add, we're going to make sure our scrubber's back at 0 because we're on auto key. And we are going to add the alpha for these, and then we're going to scrub it in. We are going to fade it in and fade the crosshairs out because they're currently in the center. So we're going to add the crosshair. I'm going to take the crosshair and do the same thing. So we're going to add the color opacity for that. So we want the crosshair to fade out over like 0.3. So add a new keyframe, open that up, and set it to 0. We're going to add a new keyframe for here. I didn't really need the starting keyframe, but again, time constraints, not too concerned. So we're going to fade this one in. Actually, I'll go to 9. So it'll take 0.6 seconds. Delete. Okay, and we're gonna just fade this in. And make our opacity 1. Okay, and then I want to set my game over text to actually be, so if I unclick my animation, click my game, if you click on it in the animation, it puts a keyframe in, so don't do that. Just put game over here. Game over. I can even send in a game over message, so I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to make a text over here called game over message. Okay, and it's a text or string. Okay, and we're going to go over here, back over here, and bind game over text to the game over message. So now whenever game over message changes, it's going to change what text is actually in there. So now I can, when it runs out of time, I can call game over with time running out. We got messages. Okay, no, not important messages. Actually, I'm going to mute that conversation because it can sometimes go back and forth for a while. And I don't want to be distracted. Because I only have till 1:30 today, so I have 2.5 hours to get everything I need to get done for the project done today. Done right now. Okay, so I've got game over text bound to a game over text. I've got a game over animation. Let's watch it. It fades out and it says game over. What I want to do is now fade this white to red to make it like it's super dire. So we're going to add alpha. Here's keyframe. Or no, sorry, I wanted all of them. And we're just going to fade these out to 0 on this keyframe. So we're just fading the red and or the green and blue out so that it becomes red. So now if I go game over. Okay. That's about it for game over screen. But yeah, now I can call game over with a message. So I want a method that I can call in my HUD to set this message text. So I'm going to create a function. I'm going to call it on game over. And it's going to take in a new input of a string. And it's going to be the new game over text. Game over message, sorry. And we're going to set this to be that. I'm going to set the new game over message. I'm going to set the game over message to be the new game over message. Okay. And then we are going to play our game over animation. So we'll take this out, get it, and play. And I always forget where the play ends up. Okay, so now I can go over here. I think I can set my default value for my time in here. So my HUD is taking care of the time, so I'm going to set it to like 5 seconds so we can test this out. So I'm going to go back now, compile save, go back to the GM paths. I'm going to put on time end. Oh, sorry, it was a function. I'm going to add a function on time end. So this is going to be called by my HUD. I'm going to tell my HUD that I've run out. My HUD is going to tell my game mode that I've run out of time. And in case I want to do anything like reset the level, I might put that in here. But for now, I'm just hooking up the HUD functionality. It's going to call a message back to the HUD saying play that game over animation. So I'm going to get the HUD widget. And I'm going to call on game over. And my new game over message is going to be out of time. Okay, so now this should all be hooked up. So, oh no, I have to have my HUD tell me. I have to have my HUD call the on time over, or tell it when the game's over. So if I go to my event graph, my clock is ticking down, and I'm going to tell my game mode that I'm out of time. So I'm going to call on time end, and that's as simple as that. So I'm just going to widen these comments so they all move together. Okay, so now I've set it all to 5 seconds so we can quickly test it, and I'm going to do that. So we're going to walk up. We should have 5 seconds left on the clock, and when it gets to 0, my game over animation should play. Nope. Okay. So, something's broken. We go back. In my HUD class. So, event tick, a countdown. If the time remaining is less than 0, I get my game mode, cast it to GM paths, and call on time end. So now I go to my GM paths, on time end. On the HUD widget instance, I call on game over. So I come back here, call on game over. With that new message, I set the game over message, and I play the game over animation. So this should be working. So I'm just going to put some stuff off to the side on my other window so I can see what is happening. I want to see if it's getting called. So 5, 4, 3. Okay, so it is. It is getting called. Okay. My on game over and play animation was getting called. So very confused why it didn't play. I'm going to do something funky with the animation. Actually, let me see. Oh, I think it's probably a do once. So every time, every single, yeah, that's what it is. Every single frame. I'm funny. So this is on event tick. So every single frame, it's telling it to play this animation, basically. So it's starting the animation over and over and over again, which does nothing because the first frame of that animation is looks the same as the main screen. So what I want to do is, if it's true, I'm going to do this once. So let's make this bigger, these over, and we're going to call it do once. So this is quick and dirty. I shouldn't do it in an event tick, but so I'm just going to call this animation once. Let's see. Five, 4, 3. Out of time. And you'll notice that our clock keeps ticking down. Okay, so it was working. So what I want to do here is just quick and dirty again. Is if I'm out of time, don't do this anymore. So I want to set a bool. Excuse me. Run timer. It's a bool, and it starts as true. And then I want to put a branch in here. if run timer is true, and I know I can do this with a timer. I've just got all this set up. So if run timer is true, then do this, and then I will set run timer to false once I've entered here. So I just don't want the overflow. It should stop at 0 now. Out of time. Okay, so it did go through one more time, and that's because it's strictly less than 0, and it'll round down to -1 for what I had done for the display. So I want to change this to 0.0001. It might work. Depends on the delta time. No, I still do it. Okay. Let's do this 0. Actually, the delta time should work. Time remaining is... nah, it's not going to work. I'm in my HUD, so it's doing it, so I will also just set my timer to 0. Because then it won't overflow glitch. Out of time, and it still says 0. Okay, so we've got that part hooked up, and we've also got a game over animation that I can send any message to. So now I want to do the other game over condition is if you didn't kill enough balloons. So in that level, the next thing actually that I want to do is so I have that on level completed going, and I want to move this check to the game mode here. So I'm going to cut this out and go to the game mode. Okay, I'm just going to paste it here. So what I want to do is whenever I hit the fire button, so I think this is actually going to go in, this is going to stay here. I think it's going to go in a function. So we're going to add a function, and it's going to be on or balloon check. Balloon goal check. Okay, so we're going to take in no, we don't need to take in. We have, let's see, somebody said they made a struct. I'm going to see if I can find that struct. Level info. Okay. So we have a level name, the total balloons for that level, the goal number of balloons to hit, and the total number of obstacles. And their default values are unnamed, 99, 10, and 0. Okay, so I want this level info struct in the GM paths. So I'm going to make a new variable, which is the current level. Oh, somebody did it already. It's level info struct. Okay. So I have the current level, so I'm just going to get it. Okay. So I'm going to call balloon goal check about a second after I've fired my shot. And it is, so it's not going to input a parameter, it's just going to return true if that check is true. So where did I leave that? In that graph, I think. Just cut this. Nope, cut this. And put it in here. Okay. So if my goal balloons, okay, so I'm going to split this struct pin. So this is the current level information. So if my current total balloons minus my goal balloons, okay, so I take my current, so I take my 99 and I minus 15. And then I'm going to get the number of balloons in the scene. Okay. And compare that to this number. So get all objects of class, actors, get actors, of class, there we go. So we're going to get all actors of type balloon, VP balloon, and we're just going to check the size of this array. So we're going to get the length of this. So if this number is less than or equal to the number of balloons that should be left in the level, then we want to return that. Okay. So we're going to do that. That goes there, and that goes there. And line up these. A bit nicer so they are easy to see. So are the remaining balloons in the level enough to have finished the level? And we're just going to return that as a boolean. And we're going to call that boolean level completed. Okay. So in the event graph, so in the first person character, actually, when I shoot, I want to find out when I shoot here. Okay, so I want to make sure there's no delays in here. I don't see any delays. Okay, so what I want to do at some point, if the player enabled, okay, I see what he's doing here. Play the firing sound. Spawn muzzle flashes. Then call spawn bullets, which is going to spawn a bunch of bullets. So there's 2 spawn points for the bullets because it's a double barrel shotgun. Spawn a bunch more. Okay. Okay. What I wanted... disabled breakpoint. Break the hit result out. Okay. So just at the end of here, what I want to do... This is right after I've fired and all the bullets have spawned and everything. I just want to tell my game mode, so I'm going to get the game mode. Game mode. I'm going to tell my game mode. You have to cast it to your game mode. I'm going to comment this and say tell game mode we fired. Okay, so we go back to the game mode. When we fire, I want to create a delay. So I need it to be an event in here. So I'm going to create a custom event. So if you need to delay anything, you have to do it as a custom event as opposed to a function, because you can only delay in your event graph because it's your thread. So we're going to call on player has shot. Okay, we'll zoom back in here. So on player has shot, I'm going to delay for 1 second. Let's do 1.5 seconds just to be safe. And then I'm going to call my balloon goal check. Okay, so we're going to check if you've killed enough balloons at this time. And if level completed is true, then we're going to take our active widget, cast it to a HUD, so I'm now getting rid of this input fire action. I don't want it to just happen instantly. So we're going to call, well, first we're going to call, immediately we're going to call on fire. So we're going to hook this up. Delete that. When player shoots. So we're going to cast a HUD, call on shot. We're going to delay 1.5 seconds. And then we're going to check if the level was completed. We're going to if here. If the level was completed is true, then we call level completed we tell the HUD to do the level completed animation. If it's false, then we want to call game over animation. So I need to get a reference to my HUD again. Call or game over. Okay. And our game over message for now is just going to be not enough balloons killed. We're just putting not enough balloons. Okay, and then in the level completed. Okay, so on level completed isn't going to take these anymore. So I gotta go back to my HUD and open this, and it doesn't need to take in anything because it just plays the animation. But I have a method I can do stuff in if I want to do other stuff other than play that animation. So how this works is on level completed goes over here to the event graph and plays the animation, or plays the level complete success animation. When that has finished, then I'm going to tell it that the level complete animation has finished. So the HUD's going to get a message I'm going to hook that up now. So this is playing an animation, so now this is going to get a message from the HUD saying that the animation's complete, so it can transition to the next level. Okay, so that's what I've been trying to get to this whole session so far, is setting up when the player gets to the next level. So let's do that. The player will the HUD will set the current level information to the next information. So we're going to set this, set all this up. So I'm just going to make it all events because I'm kind of being lazy. Actually, no, I'll make this an event or a function. Set up next level. Okay, so it's going to take in a level struct, which we have called info. Next level info. Okay, so it's going to say, hey HUD widget, you have a function for a next level, right? Why don't I just pass you this info? So now I don't have that function here, so I'm going to set that up. Oh, I don't have it set up the right way. So I have level name, balloons, I've got all this stuff set up. But what I want to do is, instead, I'm going to take in just that struct we made. And this is on start next level, so next level info. Okay, we're going to split this struct here. So next level info, level name, I'm going to use that here instead. Next level goal balloons, I'm going to put that up there instead. And what is it? Balloons remaining? Just gotta go to the designer and see what is linked here. This is linked to balloons remaining text. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here, find references on shot. Okay, so I think I have to do this somewhere else. I'm going to make a new function on balloon hit, and every time a balloon is hit, I'm going to pass in how many balloons are left. No, I'm just going to call on balloon hit every time a balloon is hit, and this is going to get all actors balloon, actors, class, balloon, get its length, and then we're going to go back to this on shot method here. We're going to take out this and put that in the on balloon hit. Okay, so we're going to take the length of that and put it into that formatted string. Okay, so make these a bit more aligned. So now whenever a balloon is hit, a balloon is going to tell the level, and the level's going to, or the game mode, and the game mode's going to call on balloon hit. So with that number in the corner is just, it's not going to go 99 to snap to 55. It should kind of trickle down really fast. I don't know how fast, because I'm getting actors every time my balloon's hit, but we'll see. Okay, so back to where I was. It was on start next level. So I'm going to set my current level name to that. I'm going to set my goal balloons to the goal balloons, and then from that information, I'm going to set my goal balloons text to be formatted string. And then right after I do that, I'm going to play my next level animation, next level start. Okay. So I just got the information that my HUD needs from the struct and passed it in. Okay, so I have an on start next level function for my HUD. I now need to get my game mode to call that when I should start the next level, which was right here. So I'm going to get my HUD widget and call on start next level, that function, and I no longer need, that HUD does no longer need these two variables because they're in the struct. So I'm just going to delete those, compile, save, go back to my level, this one. So it just needs the next level info, and we're going to call that. Okay. The next thing we need to do is have this get called at some point. So setup next level is going to happen. Okay. Setup next level is going to happen when the when this level has completed. So I now have to hook up the HUD's message here, where I was going to tell the game mode that I was done, I need to hook that up. So I'm going to go back to the GM paths, add a function. On level complete animation complete. Yes, I said complete twice because there's a level complete animation, and when that animation is complete, we are going to do something. So we are going to call setup next level with the next level info, which eventually we'll get from an array of levels, but we're going to actually make one. And this is just going to be level 2, and 99 balloons, and the goal is 15, and 2 obstacles, just so we can see that things have changed. So on level complete is going to call setup next level, which is going to call the next level animation in the HUD. Next level animation is right here. So it sets up these things. No, it's just set. I'm just hooking up the UI. You're going to have to hook up the spawning. So yeah, right in here, you'll call your spawn method. Or sorry, in here. So we'll make a new level, and then you'll take that struct and throw it into a spawn level method, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm almost ready to test. Where was I? My event graph. Oh, this now needs to get called by my HUD when this animation is completed. So that's all done in here. So when I have finished my level complete animation, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to call on level complete animation completed. Boom. Okay, so now when I test this, I should get the level complete animation. Oh, actually, I might not. I might have to set my goal to 0 because the balloons aren't dying. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, since it has time of ending right now. One hit wonder. And UE4 again. Change is saved. Hopefully that shows. Okay. And where we're at now, I'm pretty sure it's going to fail because, so if I go here, when the player shoots, I'm calling on shot with 55 balloons left. On shot doesn't even take those things anymore. And kill that. Back here. So when I shoot, I give it a message, I wait 1.5 seconds, I check if I've met my goal. If true, then I play the level completed animation, and if false, I play game over. You didn't kill enough balloons. Okay. So I now have to figure out why my balloons aren't being killed. Good morning, Ocean Tide. I don't know who you are, how you know my name. You might be following me on Twitter, which it's a good chance. It's Thomas. Thomas the Hyde Tide. Wow. I see where the Ide came from. How's it going? Working on a game. I'm about to test. It's gonna break right here. Because I didn't shoot enough balloons. Goal. Working. Okay. Such a beautiful shot, which we have to disable. And then we have to try to hit 15 balloons. Boom! And nothing's working because I'm out of time. I have to set my time bigger. Back to normal. 99 seconds. So we can see this works. So the game over there overwrote my other one. Okay, so it's not calling on shot, so something's broken. Yes, I am one of those CRG. Okay, something's broken. Okay. On player has shot. Is that ever getting called? I don't know if it is. Nope. So I have to go back to here because I never told him that I fired. On player has shot. That helps a lot when your player tells the game mode that you shot something. Okay. Gotta shoot away. And it's still broken. Going to take this off to the side so I can see what's going on. That's a good one. It is not getting called. So I have to go to my player and do the same thing. See if this gets called. I'm just debugging on my other monitor. Beep beep. Okay. To see if this is triggering. Nope. 1 second. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, it's getting to a certain point and then not doing anything. So I've just got to move this call to that point. So I'll bring that back for everyone to see. So it was getting to this point, and oh, because this isn't hooked up to anything. Come on, Pavin. This doesn't do anything, so... Or it's currently not doing anything. It's not hooked up. But now this should work. I know he can't hear me. That's why I said it. Okay, so I did an on shot, not enough balloons were hit, so game over screen. Cool. Now I'm going to change my this level info struct to my starting goal balloons to be 0. So that I can test if I pass that level. Yes, I am definitely a conspiracy theorist, so. Okay, so it still said not enough balloons, because I think I used less than instead of less than or equal to. Where was that check? It's in my game mode. Goal check. Oh, I did do less than or equal to. Yeah, we want to put in random messages whenever you shoot. So we have an on-shot message that you can pass in whenever you want. So once that's, because you only get 1 shot per round, so we want it to be kind of funny when you shoot. Okay, I'm going to set it to -1, because that's probably the easiest way. Actually, no, don't we set this somewhere? Do we set an initial level somewhere? Compile. Nice shoot. Oh, you want me to say nice shoot? I can do that. GM Baz, Headcraft. Nice shoot. Yeah, I figured that. -1. It says it's -1. So I guess I'll test this out now. Nice shoot. Okay, so we completed the level because of my check, and then we set level 2, and our next goal is to hit 15 balloons. Everything is coming up me, and now I gotta reset on the next level. I gotta reset my timer up there. So yeah, they're really shiny. I didn't build the lighting. Yes, you are now officially a game dev. Okay, I need to reset my timer after I start the next level. And actually what I want to do before I push... Yeah, we're going to have these huge shots and there's tons of balloons there. So the goal is to get progressively more balloons with progressively fewer shots. And eventually we'll get the bullet scatter to work. The theme of the thing is one hit wonder, so we want you to have like one shot to... We're hitting the theme from 2 directions. One, we got 99 Luftballon, which was a one-hit wonder. 2, we have, it's a shooting game where you only get 1 shot per round, so it's a one-shot wonder. We're nerds. Hello, Glitcher Mage. It's very classic. Also, I'm going to turn my computer sounds on for a second and show you what we got ready for... What? Oh, I got to clear that. This is what we got ready for the level end. Oh, I can't play it right here. I'll get it. 1 second. No, it's not bad. I remember when that song came out. Are you guys all ready for the level end? 1 second. Paz audio. I've got it somewhere. There it is. Okay. This is going to play when the level ends. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And this will be the music during the level. And I just probably ruined all of your ears. Okay, we have become sidetracked because I'm trying to get everything done. I have to leave at like 1:45, so I have an hour and 45. Yeah, this is totally Pavin's right here. This big thing. It's not mine. Okay, we're making we're doing the UE4 game jam, so we're doing a one-hit wonder is the theme for this jam. So we're making a little arcade game called One Shot Wonder. And our goal is you get one shot per round, which currently you have infinite shots, but you get one shot, and it'll say a shooting message, and if you complete the message it'll say good job, and then it'll give you a new level with a new goal, and then your control will come back on. What I was going to do right now was reset this timer and I wanted to put the time in the struct. So we're going to say how much time is in a level. Where do I add more variable? I think it's a float. Time to complete. Okay, and your default for that is also going to be 99 seconds. We'll save that. And our HUD is going to set. So when we're starting the next level, we're going to set our time remaining to that. How much time is left to complete it. And we're going to put that in before the animation is played. Actually, no, we're going to do that after the animation ends, so we're going to not do that here at all. Because we don't want the timer to start while they're waiting for the control to come back. So we need an onBeginLevel method, which we'll call onBeginLevel. And it's going to take in the level struct, level info, and it's going to split all these, and we're going to set time remaining to be the level time remaining. Okay, and onShot is going the game HUD is going to call onBeginLevel at the beginning of each level, which I have to figure out where that is. Where is my game mode? Do we have a begin play? We do. I guess we're going to add one more pin, and we're going to call on this get begin level. On level begin. Yeah, I can blame Pavin. I'll do that until he wakes up. I have a message. Okay. I am ready to compile, save, and test that. And then once that's tested, I will... oh, that's going to do that once. I want to call that again after the other animation is completed, which is in my HUD event graph. I did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't. Okay, and then I was going back here, and on next level start animations finished, I'm going to tell the game mode to call on begin level. Begin. No. Did I not compile and save? No, it's not an event. Oh no, I'm just going to call it myself. No, I need the current level from here. So I need a... Actually, I could probably just store the current level in my HUD, which I haven't been doing till this point. And it's a level info. So on start next level, I'm going to if I combine this, can't combine them. No. Set. Break. No. Split. And no, he's going here. Looks so pretty. Okay, so now I'm storing the current level, so on begin level here, I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to get it from the current level. It does pass the level struct, but I needed specific pins for the different values. I could break it here instead of there, but I just already had it broken. Like it takes in a level info. Where was I? HUD. Event graph. I don't need to do this because I've already got that information. I'm just going to call on begin level. So when my next level start animation's over, I'm going to call on begin level. And it will already have this, and I have to hook this in here and set the time remaining to the new time. Okay. Now, the time should be set up so when I finish a level, it'll say you win. The time keeps counting down. I'll have to turn that off too. And then it's set out of time because somehow I set it to 0. Nice shot. Start that level. My brain's getting broken here. Aha! When I made the next level. It was set to 0 time to complete, so it set it to 0 on the second level and broke it. Okay, shoot. Finished the level, yay! Even though I didn't. And next level is level 2. And gotta hit 15 balloons, and the timer reset to 97 or 99 there. So if I do that again, it'll still go to level 2 again because I'm automatically just making a hard go to level 2. Now it should reset back up to 98 there. Okay. So everything I was planning to hook up for now is hooked up, so I'm going to send my stuff off to Mr. Meow there, and then he can start working on things. And to do that, I have to sadly close the project. Commit linked HUD into game mode. Push. Mr. Meow. Okay, that's ready for him to pull. I'm going to now hook up the sounds, as you heard the sounds briefly. I'm going to hook them up, so I'm going to open that back up. Ready for you, Mr. Meow. Opening. What are you up to this fine week, Mr. Hyde? Have you seen Deadpool? I need someone to see Deadpool with on Tuesday. For a matinee. Even dogs. I just said your last name. I already said it already. I said your full name when you first showed up. He doxed everyone. I even told them your address. Didn't you hear that? Because I know your address somehow. I've been to your house. I know you saw Deadpool. And I'm jelly. Yes, I do have a wife. I dox myself. It's right on the... Every time you play, it's right here. Boom. I don't care if people know where I live. Nobody hates me. As far as I know. Okay, what are you going to work in, Mr. Meow? What am I not touching? You got the 6th house in all of Ontario. Yet. Okay, so I want to play the level end. I want to play when I'm on that level complete start. So he's going to be in the game mode and balloon. Can you hook up the balloons actually dying? That'd be cool. My uncle works for Blizzard, so there's that. Okay, so then I'm going to stick to my widgets. Let's go in here. We're going to do on our HUD. So we want to play an audio file when we do this start next level, or this animation when it starts. Oh no, not that one. On level complete. I want to play a sound. So let's play a sound. I think it's on the heel. Play sound. Play sound 2D. And we're going to play level end. Okay, and then sweet. Thank you, sir. Yeah, Uncle Blizzard was busy. He was actually being paid. Okay, so I'm going to turn my sound on for you guys. So you get to hear in all its glory. When you complete a level. Yeah. Kick that balloon. Oh. Oh. It's turkey shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. It's not resetting when I leave. Oh. That's, when you leave this trigger box, it's not... Can you hook that up, Mr. Meow, since you're in the game mode? Yeah, I know. There's a whole bunch of balloons that just scatter at the beginning somehow. You press play and they're just like, I'm out of here. Screw this place. And there's this one here. You can just punt it. I'm gonna hit the lantern. Oh, I missed. There should be an on exit for this trigger box here, and it should be hooked up to. Well, let me open it, because as long as I don't change it, I can find exactly where you're doing it. So there's a. That one is the test one, yeah. There's a on enter and on exit So this on exit here is not working. And I don't know why. If you shoot the sound, it breaks the game. So I'll let you try to figure that out because I don't want to move anything. Okay, so we have that. I want to see how it was when I play. When I shoot, the sound ends right there, but it's not quite done the animation. I wanna do something about that, but I don't know what. One thing I'm gonna do, since you're not touching the level blueprint anymore, I'm gonna move our start position closer so we don't have to walk as far. I also want to play the shooting animation or the shooting sound whenever I select anything on that starting menu. Yeah, it's not working at all. Okay, yeah, let's do approach multiplier 0.8. Nobody will know. Yep, it's totally not the same thing. I'll do 0.9. It's a little too slow. See, sometimes they just explode out. Fix. Hee. Okay. So what I was going to do was on the main menu. Yeah, I'm gonna release this for so much money, and it's not a sample for it's just totally not a sample for the terms of parody, and therefore I'm not protected at all. So first I'm going to set up the goal screen, so when I hit back here, oh, that's on the frickin' HUD. Or it's in the game mode, so you have to change that too, Zach. And then I'm going to open up. Yes. Well, bread's a pretty big thing. I don't know if most people can't live without bread, or wouldn't be alive if bread didn't exist, because most people ate bread for a long time. So, yeah. Oh, I know. I can do it in here. This might be silly, but I call this whenever I'm hitting enter on either of the things, so I can play a sound in here. I'll play sound. Or play sound. Does it play? Play sound. Play sound. And it's going to be that shotgun. What was it called? Balloon popping? No. Shot. Shoot. Gun. Fire. That'll be it. And I'm gonna have to set this volume down a bit. Yes, we shouldn't destroy the bullet upon hitting balloons. We should only have it destroy upon hitting the wagon. Or the obstacles that are hanging in front. Okay, so we're gonna have a shot here, and then I'm gonna go back here where I played this sound and make the volume a little. 175. Oh, that's not fire. And it loops. Okay, let's open the gun. Let's open the player and see what he plays when he shoots someone. Play firing sound. First person template weapon fire 2. Okay. Okay. First person template weapon fire 2. I want you to play the starting music on begin play, and I want you to play, I want that music to be like really quiet, not like, because it's really loud compared to the other two sounds. And then I wanted you to play when I call when I set the goal screen, when I hit enter and it's the goal screen and it's triggering it back to the title screen, I want you to play the shotgun sound again. So, like right now, I play these shotgun sounds, but I want you to play that shotgun sound when I hit enter here, which is right now only referenced in the game mode. I don't call a method in that HUD, in that widget. I shoot. It's one thing. Yeah. Oh, I cleared it. Let me open the game mode and I'll show you where it happens. There's two things, sorry. It's good. Okay. By the way, Thomas, you said you would come on Mondays and you haven't come on Mondays. I'm sad. So, on level begin here, just play, oops, don't touch it. Play the music. I miss you, man. I miss your crew. The anime club crew just doesn't come at all. It's just the game nerds. Game programmers. What? You lied. It's Frankers. It's Kay. I know you're busy. I just miss you guys. We've been a bit lonely. It's only been about 10 regulars lately. You only fill up 2 tables and not 5. Okay, so Zach, Mal. No one knows who you are. I haven't DDoSed you. It's not here, it's... It's in here. Right after this note here, Zach, play the shotgun sound at 0.6 volume. We have... There's some other club that is using it and not locking the door because they don't give a shit about our stuff. I am not going to save those changes. Okay, I think... Oh, I was going to make... I'm going to see if... Yeah, I used Play 2D Sound and... Where did I do it? Play 2D Sound, First Person, Template Weapon Fire 2, 0.6 volume. Okay, then what I wanted to do... Yeah. I was sad faced too, because I heard about it after. Okay, so what I want to make is a score screen. I want to Angry Birds this shit up and give you stars based on how many. I don't use Twitch emotes, so I don't even know. Oh yeah. Camel case, bro. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water and blow my nose. Be right back. Bless me. Anyone else? Kind of helps to bring your glass. Okay, it's good. Thanks for dropping in. You and watching. It was nice to have someone here to chat with. Nom 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 nom. Okay, so as I eat, I go here and I'm going to add a star system. Okay, so this is the complete text. So it's going to be, I'm going to want stars to pop in right here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to need 3 stars. So they're going to be text fields. Okay. They are going to be So first star, and I'm going to set them all. I'm going to set it up so they look right. And make it 40 by 40. Oh, let's make them bigger. Excuse me. And we're just going to scale this up till it fits. Okay. And 20 degrees looks like it's perfect. Okay, so we're going to take this star, and then we're going to duplicate it. Second star, and I'll call this third star. Undestroyed event for the balloons, or okay. So I want its position to be -80. Because of the angle that it's on, it's going to be a bit bigger. Actually, we're going to say 0. So they're going to slide up. But its x is going to be negative. So they're 40 wide, approximately. So that centers it. Actually, let me put this on the screen a bit. I need to see how centered it is. Well, let's center it. Okay. So it looks a little bit like I have to go a little bit more to the left, so -42. Yeah. So now that's the center. So 42 is dead center. So we're going to take this one and make it, so the first star should be off to the left a bit here. So we're going to take the second star out to -42 first. So, because it's the center one. So -42 and 0, or 80, -80. Just so I can see. What's going on here? Is the angle different? Angle's 20. Oh, centered. And centered. Okay, and we're going to take you and -1. So now they're all overlapping. So first star, I'm just going to move over to where I want the stars to be and figure that out. So 130. And so from -42 . So 130 minus 42 is 88. So I want to add 88 to the third one. So we go negative 42 plus 88. Okay, so now they're equally spaced. Okay. Now we're going to hide them to start, or hide where they are to start. So we're going to go position X is going to be 0. Nope, not X, Y. What the hell happened? Why couldn't I control Z that? Dang, I remember the number. This is going to be 0. 0 and 0. I'm going to now duplicate all of these. And we're going to paste it here. Okay, and this one we've got to, so this is the shadow. Shadow first. Shadow second. Shadow third. Okay, and we're going to position it there was correct, but somebody needs to call that function every time a balloon dies. I think no one's calling it. I check that for the win condition. I do check the number of balloons left for the win condition. That's not a problem. There's another function like on balloon pop that's going to update the number in the upper right corner, and we don't want it to just snap from 99 to whatever they shot. So I wanted that to be I wanted on whenever a balloon dies to call the on balloon pop thing in HUD. I think it's on balloon pop. On balloon hit. So every time a balloon is hit, it updates the number in that text field. Yeah, so basically when a balloon dies, just have the level call this on balloon hit from the HUD. Okay, and I'm gonna, but don't mess with the HUD because I'm doing this animation. So, okay, so shadow first is gonna be negative 130. And our height, we're gonna place it where we want to place it. So we want it to be below, not the game over text, but the lower one here. This complete text should show up below that. So we've got, that looks about right. That looks nice. So we're going to do negative 320 or negative 330 to round it to a nice number. Okay, and then its color opacity is going to be 0, but we're going to give it a drop shadow of 1 with no offset. So if it's empty, what? Okay, well, whatever. So these will fade in, and then the white ones will slide up to fill in the ones that are empty. Okay, so that was the first, so it was negative 130, so negative 330 is going to be the height for all of them. And then the second star is -42. And the third star is 46. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to set that alpha to 0 and that alpha to 1. Okay, so now we've got 3 blank stars that will slide in. We're going to make an animation that slides. Well, the animation's first going to fade in the black stars. So what I'm actually going to do, because I want them to initialize to blank. Did you change it so the game mode doesn't send a level info to the HUD? It does send a level info to the HUD. I think you used a double negative for a negative. The on start next level takes in a next level object and sets it. It stores that into its current level and then uses it for the rest of the time. So you just have to call on next level with the next level in your array. Okay, so what I wanted to do though was take these and set their shadow alphas to 0 as well. And now I've got my stars set up, so there's 3 ones here and there's the 3 down here. These guys. And now I'm going to start my animation. So we're going to call this star 1. Star 1 achieved animation. So we're going to have a bunch of animations, and we're going to then have a function that takes in which stars were achieved. So it'll be 3 bools, whether star 1 was achieved, whether star 2 was achieved, whether star 3 was achieved. And then it'll play each of these animations based on which ones are true. So star 1 achieved is going to take star 1. That's going to take first star. We're going to move its position. I always add all 4 just because. On start next level is called somewhere. I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where. Okay, so I have my first star, and then I have my first star shadow that I need to put in. The shadow, all we need to do is keyframe the alpha here. So we're going to go out to 0.4, which is my step for most of my animations. We're going to add a new shadow and opacity, and we're going to set it to 1. Okay. And then we're going to set a new keyframe here for our first star, and then we're going to go up to 0.8 and add a new keyframe, and we're going to open that. So our shadow first is at -330 on the Y. So we are going to go to -330 on the Y here, and I'm going to compile, save this, Apparently my computer is broken. No, computer, don't break. What are you doing, computer? No, I don't want to try Office. Okay, so I clicked off my animation because I noticed that my white star, my first star, was not drawing on top of this one because of the draw stack. So I just got to put this order to 1, so it's going to draw above the shadow. And I'm going to have to do that for these two as well. Change its Z order. Oh, I can't do that on multiples, which is sad. Okay, so now let's go to star 1 achieved and play that animation. So we're going to fade in the star and slide that star on top. Okay, and I'm actually going to do a drop shadow so that people can read this on my first and second and third star. Let's see if I can do that. Yes, I can. Yay! So we're going to put a drop shadow on them at our typical 4 and 5. Okay, so deselect those and let's watch this animation again. Okay, so we have our first star done. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the second star. So add a new animation. Star 2 achieved. And I said start 2. Okay, and we're going to add the second star's position on the Y. And the second shadow's alpha on the shadow. And I was on the wrong key, so add that there. Add that there. Okay, so this is keying up to 1. And then I'm just going to delete this keyframe. And then this is going to key to 330. That was fast. Where were you? Okay, so something weird's going on. My second star here's values aren't being tracked, so I'm just going to check where my second star is. Okay, it's negative 42, 0. And see how it's gone. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this second star and re-add it. So we highlight second star, highlight this animation, go to 0, and we add keyframes. Oh, you're at his house? What? Okay, and we'll add another keyframe. And we'll add another keyframe. And on this one, we want this to be negative 330. I see, I see. Okay, we need a new animation. Sorry for the cough in your ears. New animation, star 3 achieved. And I did start 3 again, because I'm awesome. So we add third star, go back to 0, add keyframes for all its position, and we're going out to 8 or 4. Adding a new one, and 8, adding a new one. And on the last one, it's going to be negative 330. Okay, then we off-click, select shadow, star 3, add the alpha, and add the alpha again, and transition to 1. Okay, so star 1 achieved. Fades in, slides up. Star 2 achieved. Fades in, slides up. Star 3 achieved. Fades in, slides up. Okay, I think. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Z. What have we done today? Well, you're about to enjoy some beautiful gameplay. Except my computer has decided it's going to eat up some RAM and do something else. What is going on? Oh, Malanta. Okay, I'm gonna restart all that so it's not laggy as balls. Okay, so we've got it shooting. Zach added a shot on the way back, so when you select these, it's shooting. I think he added the starting music, and then we've got the level, the goal, the timer's going. You get a nice shoot. And we get our amazing song. And we slide in the next level. And all that level data there is coming from a struct. So. Punt. It's good! Yeah. You probably have the goal set to something. I set the goal to -1 so that you always succeed for this demo. But if you change the goal to be something positive, it won't work properly. Yeah. And it's always starting the same level 2 over again. So that's where that's at. If it says not enough balloons, then that means you failed the level end check, which I haven't really debugged, so it might be wrong. So right now I'm adding achievements animation. So star 1 achieved, star 2 achieved, star 3 achieved. So, and then I need another animation that's if they're not achieved. How am I going to do this? It works now? Okay. You weren't hitting 15. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Okay. Is the timer up in this corner adjusting properly? And then yeah, we might need bigger bullets or something because I don't think we're killing enough for what the game design is. Like I want eventually the hardest level to be like hit 60 balloons. So we might have to increase that.